How's it going? My name is Mr. Shay, and in this video I'm going to be introducing you to this very powerful device known as the Dubler microphone or the Dubler Studio Kit by a company called Voclear. I've been using this microphone in my music production and music workshops for a while now, in SEND settings, music beginner settings, but also in advanced music sessions where we're looking at production and creativity, because it's a very powerful tool across the board. Essentially what it does, it allows you to convert vocalization into MIDI notes when it comes to music production. So I'm going to be walking you through this and showing you the basics of what it can do. Let's get started. Okay, so let's start off by looking at how to create your own profile, an individualized profile, which is tailor-made to the user. This is quite a clever feature of the Dubler Studio Kit. It remembers the sounds that you had set up for yourself, and you can come back to that profile whenever you want to, as it saves different profiles. So as you can see, I've saved quite a few different profiles with different sounds used to trigger off different sounds. So let's show you what that means and let's set it up. So what you do is you create a new profile and then name that profile. I'm going to use a template that I've got a blank template already set up, and it's called Beatbox. So I'm going to double click into that, and here you have the Dubler Studio Kit interface. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to show you how to create some triggers, how to set some triggers. Now on the left side of the interface of the window, the Dubler window, you'll see the triggers column. Triggers are essentially sound inputs which are used and taught to the software so that it recognizes a transient sound, which is a spike in audio, and then it can trigger off a MIDI sound being any sound or software instrument from your DAW, which is your digital audio workstation. I'm going to be showing you how to use Logic Pro X with Dubler in this video, and it's easier when I show you, so let's get straight into that. We're going to press the plus icon here, and it's giving me a bass drum. So in order for me to teach the software what sound I would like to trigger off the bass drum in Logic, I need to create that sound and repeat it a few number of times, called takes, and then we can test it out and see how well it learnt my bass drum sound. The bass drum is going to sound like this. I'm just going to head to Logic Pro and make sure that the bass drum is selected there as well. There's my drum kit. And let's record some takes. And there you have it. I repeated my kick drum sound 8 times there, and it learnt my sound quite accurately. Let's keep building up our drum kit. There's a snare loaded, and I want my snare sound to be. So let's train the Dubler kit to recognize as the snare drum. And there it is. We'll do one more sound from the drum kit, and it's going to be a hi-hat, a closed hi-hat. So that time the sound was so these beatbox sounds hopefully now will translate into digital drum kit sounds from Logic. Let's go to the play icon, or the play window, sorry, and let's see how it sounds. And there you go, it's sounding quite accurate to me. So I think we're ready now to go over to Logic and record a drum loop using my voice, which is an amazing concept. So I think we're going to create a little activity here. You might be able to hear the doubler mic triggering off other sounds, because when you talk, your voice is also detected by the microphone, and that might trigger off other sounds sometimes. So I've just turned the record arm off there on my drum track so I can speak without triggering off sounds by accident. So what we're going to do for our activity is create a space track. It's always a nice theme to use, and you can explore effects using space to create big hollow spacey sounds. So we're going to go into the drum track here that I've already created. I'm using the Ultrabeat sound pack, which is free in Logic Pro X. You can use any drum pack in your chosen digital audio workstation. And I'm going to add some reverb, which I've actually loaded up onto my channel at the bottom. And we're going to see how that sounds with my drum pack and reverb. And why not record something? There we go. And there we have it, our drum loop. Now I might want to go into that. If I've opened up the piano roll, I can see all of my MIDI notes that I had played. And if you want to neaten up the timing, you can do that. I like to quantize after the recording. Now let's play that back with a little loop selected there. So there it is, our space drum loop ready and recorded in, ready for some melody and some harmonies to be added to, and we're going to explore that in the next video. So stay tuned and I'll see you there.